Hello guys, and welcome to part 11 of this build. So in this episode we're going to start assembling all the freshly painted parts for the mini Jeep, and we'll see how far we get. And since these shafts are made of aluminium, I will lubricate the rod ends threads with some engine assembly lube to make sure they don't get stuck over time, because this aluminium can oxide and then they will be stuck in there forever. There. Then I will do that on every bone, and then I will adjust the length of the threads in the rod ends here. So 6 of my bolts were 13mm longer than the short ones that I found out fitted perfectly with the new washers. So I'm going to add a nut here. Like that, and put it in the lathe and just take off 13mm in these 6 bolts. Alright, so it's time to mount the front shocks, and as you can see they are quite beaten up. So, but I got those Fox stickers here, so my plan is to remove all of the old stickers on both of them and just add one of those stickers on each of these shocks. So I will see if I can peel off this old sticker first. Now they look a bit fresher and they're ready to get mounted on the Jeep. I'm not gonna tighten the bolts for the rear suspension or rear shocks, because when I have mounted the body on the Jeep again and the tires are on, and lift the suspension all the way up to it's barely touching the fender on the body, and I need to go to the lathe and make a stopper inside here so the suspension will stop before the tire will scratch in the inner fender. So I'm not gonna tighten these bolts right now. I fix that later on. Alright, so now the plan is to attach the wheels so I can get it as a rolling chassis, and get the body up in the car lift so I can clean the shop a bit and take the chassis outside while I'm cleaning, and then continue assembling the mini Jeep. Alright, so now it's time to assemble all the covers on the engine. And for quite a long time ago I ordered some parts online, genuine cooler parts. It's new points, a spark plug and a condensator. So I'm gonna change out those things. I'm gonna check the valve clearance. I'm gonna take off the governor arm, paint it black, do some small things, and yeah, try to adjust the timing and just get all the parts back together. Alright, so I'm missing my feeler gauge, so I just have to leave the engine alone for now and go over to the frame. I'm gonna drill some holes and thread them to make some mounts for the brake line. So I'm just gonna start with that. Package is ready to move into the Jeep. Alright, so I bought some copper tubing, and I'm going to lay it on the frame here. It's for the gas. I'm gonna clamp it the same way as I did with the brake line. So let's go. Then I will chop it here and have a rubber hose over to the fuel pump. And the same on the end here, down on the bottom of the tank. Alright, so I have customized the drain plug or draining tube for this engine. I'm going to install it now with some thread tape here. There. Alright, then the gas hoses are in place. I'm just gonna run this down the gas can for now, because the actual gas tank is gonna hang in the body. So this is just going down the gas can, and I'm going to hook it up very easily, just to try to start it. Alright, so now I'm going to check if the starter works. I haven't tested it since I took it apart, cleaned it up and put it together again. And we will find out if points and carburetor are the way to go to get a reliable engine. I think I have hooked it up the right way. I'm going to check the spark before we try. But first of all, we can test the starter. It works. Then I need to check if I get any spark, and I need to put the hose down in the gas can, and we can check if the engine starts. But first of all, I'm going to put on the remaining bolts on the engine and the gearbox mounts, because I got them today. I'm gonna do that first. Alright, so now I'm going to check if I get spark. Ah, fuck. We got spark. Then it's just to add some fuel and see if the engine will start. Just give it some heater just to make some speed to make it pump the gas faster. the cable wasn't connected right. I think it didn't have any spark. Let's see. Right. Let's see if I can find some flat iron to adjust a little bit on the carburetor, because you have to remember I have taken apart the carburetor and cleaned it and just put all the nozzles in. I haven't adjusted anything. So let's see. I think it was a bit too loud, but it doesn't help that it's shooting the sound right in the ground inside the garage. But the engine seems fine. Just some adjustments on the carburetor. I think it's run fine. It wasn't any vibration or anything, and the motor mounts were working as they supposed to. And the engine seems not to produce a lot of heat. It was cold air coming here when the engine was running, so I hope it's not getting too hot underneath the hood. We will see. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna try it with this exhaust. I need to check how much throttle I need to have to drive around with this thing. So we will see. It may be quite quiet. And the governor, don't know if I'm going to use it or not. I can also just be aware of how much throttle and RPMs I'm running while I'm running it. Don't drag out the gears, but I hope I can adjust the governor so it works as it should. But we'll see. I need to go on YouTube and check out some carburetor adjustments videos and take the chassis outside while I'm adjusting it. But I think it was a successful start. I helvete. Alright, so it runs fine for some maybe a half a minute. And then it starts pouring gas out of these holes. So I have checked if the floater in the bowl, the floater in the bowl are totally sealing when I'm lifting it up with my finger. But maybe I need to check some bowl measurements, or yeah, I'm just gonna go to the internet. Alright, so if I'm trying to blow in here with the weight of the floater, it's totally sealed, and this is where the gas is pouring over, and that means or this channel or this port is going directly to the bowl itself. So if the level of fuel in the bowl is too high, it will rise here and come out here. So the problem is that the carburetor is overflowing, but this one is in perfectly order. I have adjusted the bowl height now, and the lower floater bowl height is not meant to be adjusted on this one. And there is no fuel in it. Oh yes, it is. It's whole in it. It's full of gas. So there, I found the problem. This shit is full of gas. Alright, so I'm going to do this test. I have had some soldering on the bulber. I'm going to fill this with gas, put it down, wait for some minutes, take it up, shake it, see if there are any gas inside it, or if I see any bubbles. I just leave it in there for a couple of minutes and try to shake it. And if there's no gas in it, we're gonna try it on the engine again. Seems good. Alright, so now I know the engine works. The exhaust sounds alright. And the fuel pump is able to pump fuel from a gas tank and up. I was a bit worried about that, but it seems fine. So yeah, what am I missing now? I'm going to shorten the exhaust a little bit here and add a 90 degree, like here. It's going out. And I'm gonna maybe make another mount here, because it was shaking terribly when you was revving the engine up, just when you are rising the RPMs. So this one won't break off too soon, I hope. And I need to make a plan for where I'm going to lay the few wires that are going to the backlights and the gas level thing. And I'm going to make some mounts for these ones in the lathe. I'm going to mount them there. So that do I need to do before adding the body. Except from that, it's ready. Alright guys, so that was all for this episode. But make sure to subscribe, because in the next episode I promise there's going to be a test drive.